Live.
Good afternoon, Vancouver, and the rest of the planet out there in Pot TV land. Welcome to this afternoon's show. I'm Marijuana Man, and this is from under the seed desk. And we're here every Wednesday live on Pot TV. Thanks for joining us today. And on the couch with me, as always, is Al the Alchemist.
What's happening?
Al's got some killer weed in the house and
I brought all of my shittiest stuff today.
Yeah.
I've got some moldy stuff that's just so full of nutrients it won't burn. I've got stuff that still has. This is going to be the special one we're going to break out. This stuff is so preserved it still has the spider mite webs intact. And I've got another one with live thrips. So that's what we're smoking today.
It's the overfed
and it's all PK.
Show. Well,
No kidding.
Harvested last summer.
well, we'll all look forward to that. And on a sweeter note, in between is Kush Queen.
Hola, hola.
And we've got Jeremiah over here just north of me at the helm. John B. Northeast of him for the geocachers. Well,
You just don't have the touch.
that was my New Year's resolution, that only our camera works.
Oh, good.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and all you people in the chat. We're we can't see you today.
We got no chat box.
We know you're there.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know what they're saying about me.
So I'm smoking a beautiful version of Hindu Kush, which is also assisting in keeping this table beside me level.
Is it really?
Yeah, I crushed
awesome.
up a bud. So if you got a little wobble in your table, I'd say Hindu Kush is
And a lot
what
of
you
people
need.
people don't realize the vast amount of things weed could be used for, like leveling a table or hanging a lighter. If you ever need to just hang your lighter, you take a really gooey bud, you stick it to the wall.
That occurred last night at Jam Night, I
It
think.
did. Yeah.
Al was sticking things to the wall with Congo.
Yeah, we were seeing like if somebody's Congo had enough adhesive qualities to stick a lighter to.
Butter sure does.
So yeah, here we go again. Second last day of the year.
Last show of the year, hey?
Yeah, I can't.
Amazing.
We were going to do the year in review this show, but none of us could remember anything.
I so totally forgot.
I couldn't even remember last week's show, let alone.
Did we do a show
blur.
last week? I don't
What's
think we did a
happened
show
all
last
year.
week.
Yeah, it was Christmas.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we did a show last week.
We did.
I'm the only one who did a show last week. You guys did.
So yeah, I
didn't
hope
watch
everybody had.
I was freezing my little tushy off sitting here in lingerie last week. I know we did a fucking show. There was no show.
Yeah, you'll want to look up last week's show. It looked
Little
good.
Mrs. Claus.
It was one of the best.
Jingle, jingle.
One of the best looking shows. So yeah, it's a full-blown winter here in Vancouver. It's 2 degrees, but with the wind chill factor, it feels like 1.
Feels like.
Hey, it feels like 1.
Feels like and looks like.
That's what it says. So, oh yeah, we're all can barely catch our breath out there. It's so fucking cold here. But no, it's been bright and sunny and clear skies. We had a fantastic full moon on Christmas night. Wow. Tonight
You guys
there's
won't see another full moon like that on Christmas Eve until
for 40
2034.
years. 40 years or something like that. It was quite spectacular.
Yeah.
So I managed to get invited to Al's place for dinner.
Did you? How
and,
was that?
It was
I
really good.
tried to make it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't go.
Quite a bit.
They didn't want me there.
Quite a bit of food with Al not being there.
I asked myself. I was like, "Can I come to dinner?"
Didn't even respond, did he?
They all said no.
No. He had a +1
Already
too,
rules.
There's a lot of
That's the
people
way
in
it
here.
goes.
and he had a +1.
Yeah.
So yeah, we ate ourselves half to death on
No, it was. It was a really.
Al's mom's
fucking awesome
baking.
Christmas.
Oh my god, some of the best Christmas baking ever.
I didn't get to enjoy any baking.
Oh shit! I was gonna bring some.
And
I still have like probably 3 pounds.
yeah, there was lots.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah, good times.
My mom sends her Christmas baking by the pound. How many pounds you want?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put some butter balls in there, and we'll put some peanut butter balls in there, and some mincemeat tarts, and some jams, and
2 kinds
then
of
she
shortbread.
evens out the order, and it's really good.
No, Al's place, you go there for dinner, eat so much fucking food, and leave with the munchies. That's the best part of
Yeah.
it. You go right to fucking 7-Eleven and you get something with cheese on it.
Something on the way home.
I don't care what it is, just put cheese on it. Pack of smokes or nacho cheese
Nacho
and
cheese and a pack of cigarettes.
players.
Fuck's sake.
I haven't got
It's a nice cup
time.
of nacho.
So
It's just the cheese.
Just a cup of nacho.
yeah. So yeah, we're
Missing something.
having a lot of fun here this year. The title of today's show is Legalizing Marijuana. Isn't it cute?
Barf.
Did you see the picture I chose?
No, not yet. But yeah, are you just about sick of fucking legalizing marijuana already? Holy moly, it hasn't even happened. No.
I was making a rock.
I'll
Whatever.
remind you to come on down to the Vancouver Seed Bank, located here in Marc Emery's Cannabis Culture headquarters at downtown Vancouver, 307 West Hastings. We're there every day. We're in really good supply of all sorts of the feminized stuff. Crop Kings in the house, and House of the Great Gardener, and a whole bunch more stuff. So
All
check
kinds
us out online at .ca or come on down to the store. And yeah, on the weekend, they CTV News sat down with Prime Minister Trudeau, Justin, as we like to call him.
It's true.
Lisa Laflamme and Justin sat down. Now, it was a pretty lame little thing. It took place in the historic brewery district of Toronto. They kept saying that
A little
over and over
foreshadow
again.
for the cannabis being
Yeah.
controlled by liquor
Wow.
scenario.
They interviewed him about everything except marijuana. She did not ask him a thing about it, and nor was it brought up at all, which I thought that's very unusual. Like,
No, it's not.
well, I don't know. Like in terms
All right.
of its weight of importance
Let's-
in the world.
Let's look
right?
at history of political campaigns and promises that have been made in order to be elected, and let's look at the history of those that have been kept. It's way under 50%.
Oh yeah,
It's
there's
just
no
naive
backing
of
out
us
now.
to choose that this is going to be the one.
Oh no.
I bought into it for a minute.
I love stirring the pot.
Fuck you, Justin.
Yeah.
Asshole.
I don't know about that part of it, but it seems odd to me that the person doing the interview wouldn't ask about it. Like, it seems to me that if in fact that you're going to legalize marijuana in this country, it would be probably the fucking biggest thing to ever happen,
But in a major televised
right?
They're not.
interview, you know, it's like an orchestrated event. You can be sure that Trudeau gets to read all of those fucking questions beforehand and picks the ones he wants to answer. So why didn't he want to talk about cannabis is the next question I have.
He only said what he said to get our votes.
Well, they were both smoking joints during the interview too. This is something I didn't get, eh? And then some kid came in.
It was brought to you by Zigzag and the letter Kush.
Yeah, then they brought in some kids, the little choir, and Justin sold one of them a gram.
It's been brought to you by the letter Kush.
Or maybe 2.
Yeah, he's been saying he.
So
2 for 20.
yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
See, legalization's cute now.
It is. With its glossy eyes.
I think legalization is just for the kids. Okay?
Yeah, here, wait.
Tell me that's not
the
cute.
new.
That's cute. Now, here's something else that happened over Christmas. Airline passenger Mike.
I think I know that guy.
You know that guy?
He's on every flight.
I think I do. I met him one time in an airport.
Now, Mike, he was admittedly a little nervous flying home to Toronto from Halifax for the holidays because it was the first time that he'd been traveling with his medical marijuana. So
he was nervous.
he knew from some research that possession of the drug could lead to questioning and delays at the airport. So he went out there early, and he told Air Canada, this is the deal. They booted him off the plane. Said, no, you're not coming.
No kidding.
Yeah. He said, I thought being up front would be appropriate, but I was told my form of medication wasn't acceptable, and the Air Canada policy would only accept the pill form, while I had the herb form.
Hey, Mike from the airport.
Mike.
Fly WestJet, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, Mike.
If you got what do they call those? Smoke buddy, and a vaporizer, they'll actually let you do it on the plane if you really
let
need
you
to.
smoke it on. So, air passenger Mike was actually a member of the Canadian Armed Forces, and he was released from the Armed Forces for medical reasons because of an injury he got while serving. And fucking Air Canada.
And now he's been dismissed for medical marijuana reasons.
Yeah. Now, of course, Air Canada.
Poor
Mike gets fucking screwed, but
Yeah.
sometime later, Air Canada comes out and changes their policy. But I think every Canadian should change their policy and never fly that fucking airline again.
Oh, I did that.
Fuck
Yeah,
you. Like most people in the know don't, but you might not have a choice.
The first time I
Halifax.
traveled Air Canada, I changed my policy. It's weird, man. It's like they I don't know, it's like they all get yelled at before their shift. Everybody's just like,
Oh yeah, they're a surly bunch.
fucking miserable.
They hate
I
working
work
for
for
that
Air
company.
Canada. Whereas WestJet, happy lot, I have to say.
They aren't there yet. They are not as old. So get on WestJet while they're still nice.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
a happy lot.
That's their motto in their ad. Fly with us while we're still courteous.
Well, still courteous.
WestJet,
before
unjaded.
we get too old. Unjaded. Oh yeah, that can
She
happen.
was only nice outside of work. No, they're paid to scowl.
Yeah, they're always nice. I've known Air Canada employees too.
You
that are
get
wonderful
actually
people.
extra. You get a bonus.
Yeah.
No smiling signs in the back.
Yay!
Happy 420! Woo!
I thought it was
So-
December 30th. Fuck.
No, it's April 20th.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Lying.
certainly across the country, there's been much yapping about the liquor boards taking over the sale of marijuana here in Canada. It's
Well,
like
you know somebody's got to, damn it.
Okay.
the liquor boards out there going, yeah, come on, we're nice guys. We can do it. We're nice guys. So, yeah, they're just like drunks trying to convince you that they're okay. Right? No, I can drive. Don't worry. I am a nice guy. So, but anyway, they did conducted a poll in Ontario, and
It's just a fat battery.
the poll found that nobody wants them to do that. 57% are not in favor of it. So a majority of people in Ontario, and I'm sure across the land, will be weighing in that they don't want the liquor board to have anything to do with it. So that's encouraging. And I'm tired of speculating, actually. Like, I'm fucking tired of speculating on how this is going to go. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Well,
I'm tired of it.
That's the fun thing about speculating. It can go any way you want because it's all speculation.
That's right.
It could end in tomatoes.
I envision water slides.
The whole
somewhere.
thing could end in tomatoes that you could drive.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
If you want to speculate, sky's the limit.
Now, on another show...
Little tiny elephants.
Trudeau.
Little tiny elephants are going to be responsible for getting us high.
Yeah. They will be the delivery system. Oh, I'll have another trunk. 2 trunks. Give me 2 trunks.
They're gonna go to like stamp the legalization form, and it's just gonna be little
That's a
elephants.
tasty
that run
little
away.
baby elephant.
Yeah, subliminals, eh?
So last week's show, we talked about the anti-marijuana campaign that came out of Australia,
And
featuring these sloths.
This
these
week,
stoner
Hey?
sloths.
That's right.
get ready for it. It's the
Sloths.
uncle. It's the uncle marijuana campaign out of New Zealand. That's what we're covering this week.
No,
No.
it is. Yeah,
I'm
we
leaving. That's it.
we fed Al a bunch of fake news stories for the show this week, so his reactions
How
are
am
going
I
to be a
gonna
little
know, you know?
hilarious.
They're all so believable.
So anyway, the ad company who put the Stoner Sloth campaign together came out in the news defending their ad by saying that the videos we created were designed as part of a preventative campaign specifically for teens. The audience is not for adults or long-term cannabis users.
It's
So
kind
they-
of like a joke you have to explain.
They said that
No
because
kidding.
we were appalled by their ad campaign that we just didn't understand it. Like teens, it wasn't for you adults and pot smokers who know that this
it's
is
like
not
those-
the
it's
case.
like the-
It's for the teens who don't know.
It's like those toothbrushes that only kids can hear the song.
I'm glad you said toothbrushes, actually.
But you know what I mean?
What a lame defense. $1 million they got to make this fucking stupid shit. But that was their explanation, right?
That was so clever.
Now, Mexico is going to debate legalizing marijuana on January 25th.
Woo! Viva la Mexico!
So, you might want to get Phone Air Canada. Talk to them for a very long time about buying a flight to Mexico, and then don't buy one. Hang up abruptly too. Hang up just out of the blue, and phone WestJet. Go to Mexico for the 25th because they're going to debate it. You know how colorful Mexican debates can be.
I love debates. I mean,
No kidding.
Oh,
I kind of
yeah.
follow the circuit.
Fucking heads are flying. Hey, the cartels will all be there squaring off. It'll be such a Mexican standoff. You've never seen anything like it.
Knights of Templars.
The debate
Huge.
over legalizing marijuana in Mexico. That's going to be fucking great.
Well, the cartel.
But yeah, Yes, but still.
Not like the Templars.
So, yeah, on the 26th, nothing will have changed.
No, they'll just have...
Just debating.
Yes.
It's just a debate.
It's just a debate. So, yeah, good luck,
Jer's
Mexico.
got a microphone. Jer's got a microphone.
But
There is a microphone.
there was also stories
barely
out
works,
there that
though.
I saw that are talking at it from the point
Not
of
really.
view that the legalization of marijuana in the United States is hurting their business. The people who've been growing and exporting weed from there for all these years are going, hey, wait a second. We're not making as much dough anymore. So they probably are the ones leading the debate.
I would
So-
assume so.
I hope, and from a reasonable
think-
point of view.
you would
And
think that,
call
like-
us when you guys are ready to legalize, and we'll come down there and we'll grow fucking the dank. Let's do that.
I mean, if I was an international exporter, exporting to a country that had
If you were.
countless fucking cannabis shops, I think I would be opening up a whole chain of cannabis shops to filter my Mexican supply through. What the fuck's wrong with these guys? They're already getting it into the United States. Just open up some shops and sell it, man.
You should
At
be an
inflated
organized
prices.
crime consultant.
I am.
Yeah, that's a
It
good
doesn't pay
job.
well.
No?
No.
You
no.
think it'd pay really well?
No, they're just like, what's your idea? I said, what's your fucking idea? It's like, oh, yeah, I got one.
Wow.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting.
Not all it cracks out. to
Yeah,
be Jer-
it's a
Jeremiah
organized
over
crime
there.
consultant doesn't
Thinks
pay very well, man.
everything's just easy as
Crime,
pie.
crime doesn't pay. For sure. Definitely not.
Now, in Denver,
Vicky! Hi, sweetie. Good, how are you?
a non-profit organization out of Denver organized thousands of free
She said we're cute, like
pre-rolled. Huh?
She said we were cute, like legalizing. I love it. You missed the earlier part.
But, yeah, you had to be somewhere to get that joke.
Yes.
So, on Christmas Eve in Denver, a non-profit organization
I'm
gave
looking for
away
someone to roll me a
thousands
joint.
of free pre-rolled marijuana joints to the homeless
Fucking right.
That's fucking awesome.
and anyone else who wanted one.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Props to you.
In an attempt to raise awareness about homelessness, a guy named Dick DeCenzo,
Nick DeCenzo, not Dick. I was just gonna say, like, thanks, Dick. Like, you don't actually give him a thank you for doing that.
oh yeah, Nick, Saint Nick DeCenzo. He,
Sound like an Italian porn star name.
yeah, he's the founder of Cannabis.
Dick DeCenzo.
Hey, my name's Nick. Nick DeCenzo.
I like it better with Dave.
You want a joint? He's the founder of Cannabis Can and the organizer of the pot handouts. And wow, that's pretty freaking cool, Nick.
That's
I gotta
ultra
say.
fucking cool.
Yes. Props to you, man.
He says cannabis can make a difference. That's what we're standing for. He hopes to raise enough money to buy several RVs and provide restrooms and showers for the homeless.
Fuck yeah, that's even cooler.
What a good idea. He said a lot of people we spoke with really were just like, if I had regular access to a shower and a haircut, my life would be much better. He said we'd have so much more opportunity.
No, I'm good.
So, yes,
That's
pretty freaking cool.
I'm taking a page out of Nick's book.
yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you to show that, and it does help the people, for gosh sakes. That's really nice to read.
A little English on that one.
Now, Kush Queen is loading a dab for me.
You like little ones.
So,
I'm loading a dab. Watch me load. I don't know why I said that. Yeah.
shove it in.
Everybody's just watching the dub, so I'm just going to comment on the dab.
Yeah, still working the sublimator.
It looks like it's inhaling quite nicely.
Still working my hickory sticks.
I've had this for a long time. It's been working great for me. I have no problems. Haven't burnt myself ever.
You're not using it right.
I'm not using it right yet. You got to have it
Can
on
you see
your
the
lap.
chat?
Yes, I can.
How was the chat's Christmas?
The chat's Christmas was good. I asked them
Let's see,
about
did
that.
you ask them already?
They said it was
Everyone
Christmas
enjoyed
phenomenal.
their holidays?
It was
Everyone excited for New
unique.
Year's?
Everybody, are you excited for New Year's chatters? That one I didn't see. But they are coming in with some funny stuff.
Oh,
It's
good.
yeah, you guys should have a chat. This
I
see
know.
when you don't have a chat, they come up with the most hilarious
I know,
stuff.
and then when we do,
when
it's
you
like
do,
a fight between like
Yeah.
all these weird people. It's
when you do, you just don't want to see it. Yeah, see, chatters, you got to like entertain these folks while they're entertaining you.
Yeah, man.
They give up right away.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hash Christmas.
Yeah, White Christmas in Denver.
Nice.
yummy.
Well, we'll come out and overcome the
How many people?
the distance that we have between the chat when we start with the new studio. So we'll figure out a way to have you
Oh.
guys.
So when is
We'll
this?
have big chat
feature.
monitors.
When is the first show in the new studio? 2 o'clock next summer.
I hope. I wanted it to be this Friday, but
Of
there's
course
still
you wanted it to
a
be
bunch
this
of stuff in
Friday.
there.
On his show.
It
Yeah,
depends
of
how
course
quickly.
it was gonna be on
Selfish
Friday.
little Jeremiah.
You know, you're not going to give the honors to the oldest standing
I'm not-
Pot TV celebrity.
We might have to wait
Just
till Monday though. It might be the Monday.
It should be
next
Wednesday.
Or
Next
could-
Wednesday.
I mean,
be
I mean,
Wednesday.
this
No,
guy's
no.
this
No,
guy's
no.
this
We're going
guy
in there on
this
Wednesday.
guy helped
Tuesday.
start Pot TV.
There's no Tuesday
Pot
show,
TV.
but we're gonna do it on
This
Tuesday.
guy was Pot TV when it was dial-up.
Come on, let's. That's
We should-
true.
There was
We
no
could have-
YouTube. There was no YouTube when Marijuana Man was doing
All
Pot
right, let's
TV.
take all this
Saturday
shit in
show.
there.
Dial up, you're right.
We could have set up in there today. Never thought about that.
We could have. There's still some
Yeah,
drywall
I think Al just
and other
totally
things that are
ripped
kind
you,
of
you
littering
asshole,
the
that day.
area where we need to.
Politely.
I did get television.
Oh, yeah, all over.
I got our TV mounts today.
in a
though.
cool way that you can't really argue.
Well, more on that later. And more on that later, and with extra more on.
I personally think it should be an OG show with Greg and Marc christening the studio.
Huh? That'd be a good idea.
I need
Just
to
saying.
be there. I'll bring
Chris
some
Bennett too.
That's a very good idea.
Chris Bennett was there in the beginning. I know.
Chris Bennett, literally an OG show, right? The original cast, man.
Here we go.
David Mamalevine.
Now here's a big story that I ran across. With marijuana now legal in some form through 23 states, the numbers of Americans who fatally overdosed on the drug last year was significant.
Fatally overdosed on what?
On marijuana.
Really?
Yeah.
Fatal overdoses?
It was significant. The rate of absolutely zero deaths remained steady from last year.
Okay.
That is actually.
You're making me upset. I was almost digging my nails into your
Yeah.
arm. Like,
Yeah,
Bullshit.
I was joking. They were joking. It was a very well written article, but yeah,
look at
again.
the camera.
Huh? Which camera?
Which camera?
But while Americans aren't dying as a result of marijuana overdoses, the same can't be said for all the other stuff they're taking.
Like marijuana. Or, I mean, alcohol, prescription pills.
25,000, more than 25,000 people died last year from overdosing on prescription drugs.
That's fucking insane.
Legal prescription drugs. That's
That's
a lot
sad.
more. Only 17, I say only, but 17,000 people died from illicit drugs like heroin and cocaine. 25,000. 8,000 more people a year because of prescription drugs they get from their doctor. They can't even calculate how many people are dying because of alcohol. Like it's astronomical, 30,000 straight ahead from alcohol. They don't. That's not including accidents.
Wow.
That would 2.5
That's just
times
like alcohol
more.
overdoses.
Yeah, it would be 75,000 people if they include traffic accidents
Wow.
caused by. All right, so it's fucking pretty brutal, and it's higher than it's ever been in all cases. More people each year, record number in the survey. The survey says this is
It's bad.
fucked.
It's fucked.
Yeah. Drinking a mere 10 times the normal amount of alcohol within 5 or 10 minutes can kill you. Didn't say that on the bottle anywhere.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah, it should.
So,
Oh.
they keep putting this stuff out. Kush Queen's making fun noises.
Doing.
I don't know why.
It's Kush Queen. Kush Queen's new ringtone. You can get Kush Queen's new ringtone today.
Doing.
Doing.
Yes.
So.
Oh, that's off, man.
Oh no.
It's very off.
Poor Johnny.
It's a bad monkey.
I'm trying over here.
That actually won't happen with the
Put it in there.
the new intermediate timer. It's got like a 3-hour.
Yeah, that's got to be
It's
one
got
of
like
the
three,
only.
3 time options.
Just give it a minute or two. I'll give you another dab. I
Thank
promise.
Now,
Hey, this one's hot.
they're
They do this
they're
every time.
talking about legalizing marijuana in Vermont, but some major employers are challenging whether or not it should be legalized. Like, I'm sure that these fucking idiots are just sitting around 24/7 trying to figure out negative things that will impact their world because of marijuana. But
Can't come up with anything.
yeah, here's one guy. He's the Bill Driscoll. He's the vice president. They couldn't even get the president of this fucking backwoods association. Only the vice president. The president was drunk. Bill, he is the vice president of the Associated Industries of Vermont. Associated Industries. Huh.
Mr. Driscoll.
Representing more than 500 businesses in the manufacturing sector. Now, Driscoll says those employees are worried that legal marijuana would curb productivity and make it harder to find qualified workers. It's a long-standing challenge that a lot of manufacturers' employees have in Vermont is finding enough applicants who can pass the drug screening test.
Something else they might have to start thinking about.
No doubt.
So the concern is if we have increased usage because of legalization, it's going to reduce the pool of available talent that we can hire to fill positions in the manufacturing sector. The pool of talent, I don't think that's what you call that. Eh? Isn't that the bottom of the barrel of...
Rock bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a job at the shoe factory. Oh, I didn't know you were in a pool of talent. Oh, yeah, I took a big dip in the pool of talent today. I got a job at the factory.
So people were just born without brains.
Now,
Nothing you can do about it.
here's another industry trade group, the Associated General Contractors of Vermont. They voted to take a formal stand against legalization. And they looked very nice that night.
Oh, wait, I
thought.
couldn't hear you over that shitty
stand.
Formal
I
stand.
know, it's really...
They,
Mind turning
were
that
they wearing
music
ties?
off, please, and thank you. That'd be really nice.
Were they
We're
wearing
trying to do a show.
The-
bow ties? Or
They voted to take a formal stand against legalization.
Formal stand.
They looked very nice.
no
Now-
hoodies?
So they're like, it's going to be well
yeah,
dressed.
no tennis shoes.
So it's
That's
going to
right.
be
Sneakers allowed.
Yeah.
a well-dressed stand.
Now, the guy who runs that, his name is
Kind of
John.
like a still waltz.
His name is John Connor, and he owns and operates Skynet Contracting.
John Connor from Scott. Yeah.
It's a 35 employee business that specializes in commercial construction and is run mostly by machines.
John Connor.
Yeah.
He's president of the AGC Vermont board known as the Resistance.
The resistance.
Yeah. So he says now you have the risk of people operating equipment, whether it be driving trucks,
made a movie
operating
about this
heavy
guy.
equipment on a job site, or he said and they could be very well under the influence of marijuana. And someday those machines will become self-aware, Connor says.
Yeah.
Right? So
You want some of that?
That always happens.
That's funny.
now the concerns of people like
already
Connor
happened in
and
97.
Driscoll are predicated on the assumption that legalization will lead to dramatic increases in the number of people who consume marijuana. One of the people says, the reality is, I think Vermonters who want to use marijuana are already using it.
Good call.
He doesn't think that legalizing that would increase that at all.
He might have a point.
A recent survey release found that Vermont has some really stupid people living there. Driscoll and
surprised.
Connor.
Like I said,
Surprised at those findings.
We'll see a John Connor in the future that fucking
Well,
what
they got, like,
happens to him.
Those guys are going on tour.
Connor and Driscoll.
Yeah, yeah.
Connor Driscoll.
It's like they're opening for Penn and Teller. Actually, they're yeah.
They got
Simon
that,
and Garfunkel are going
that
They've
to
got
be.
a comedic magic thing going on.
that drummer is that just that one arm of that.
No, that's Def Leppard. No, they literally.
It's just the arm, not a guy with one arm. It's just the arm.
That's the anti.
That's
the
actually
one from Terminator.
Yes, of course, that arm. I mean, it all makes sense now. It just,
Yeah.
It's perfect how, it all perfect circle.
That's a
No.
whole different band, Jer.
Yeah, they have one of those arms, too.
And if you thought that was scary,
Wait till Halloween.
What is with this? What the?
That's
fuck
a long
is with
wait.
this shit.
the terrifying side effects legal marijuana wreaks on young people.
Terrifying. I just shit my pants.
Shaking.
That's what they're talking about.
They
The weed is so good, kids are shitting their pants everywhere and reeking.
That is terrifying.
And
are
that's what
reeking.
marijuana is wreaking on the kids
That's,
these days.
that's absolutely
They
terrifying.
got this shit your pants, the
Shit.
shit your pants and go home OG.
well,
No.
that's
You
how,
might-
that's how I
like-
keep my sag on, baby.
Yeah, it is.
These are terrifying side effects, Al.
Hey, shitting your pants in public is pretty terrifying.
That's what legal marijuana wreaks on.
Nah, you get over it real quick. Yeah.
True,
Jared knows
true
from
enough.
experience.
Come on.
Jared's like, hey, I do that for money.
Talking to an expert in this matter.
Now this
You can hire me
headline,
for parties.
this headline came from Catholic
Shit out of the
Online. If you can believe this,
I missed it.
huh? Oh yeah.
I was laughing at Jared's side job.
The terrifying side effects that legal marijuana wreaks on young people. This was cried out by Catholic Online.
Catholic? What?
Catholic Online, it's called.
Not
Yeah.
not Christian dating?
Father Peter,
Peter.
or Petey. Father Petey.
Papa Petey.
Beat in the
Yeah.
eyes.
He serves
As
as a
the young
pastor.
catechists call him. Papa Petey.
That's what happens when they sit on
Those
the
young catechists.
He said, if,
That
and
there's crazy floor hockey.
he said the curiosity is something that I find. The curiosity is something that I find is one of the most poisonous parts of the legalization of marijuana, because I think ultimately it's a toxic experience.
Being curious?
So being curious is the most poisonous part of it all.
Because
Well,
being
of
curious
course.
is
Look
toxic?
at Adam and Eve.
Ah, that's like the.
It's the whole
fruit
root of all evil
is
is
taking
is
exactly-
curiosity. Knowledge
nailed
just
it.
destroyed everything.
Yeah.
If they would, if they, you know.
No?
So
Legalization.
Father Peter is just reiterating some old Catholic rhetoric.
It's that fruit from the tree of life.
It's true.
This is terrifying, isn't it?
He's scared, man. I
It
guarantee
just
he doesn't own
encourages.
an Apple computer.
That's terrifying.
Father Pete keeps saying that it just encourages a culture to say getting high is a great thing, And getting high is not a great thing. Getting high is destructive. And you can come in with all the best intentions on the other side of it, Al. It ruins people's lives.
Papa Petey, let me pull you away from your catechist floor hockey game for a minute. What if the people are getting high and building a house for the less fortunate? How is that destructive? What if the house was destroyed by Catholics locked in a dispute in Ireland between Catholic and Protestant? And what if they destroyed a Protestant's house with fire bombs and some stoners got together and rebuilt it? Would that be destructive?
Not at all.
Would that really be destructive, Papa Petey?
No. That doesn't sound destructive.
Come on, Papa Petey.
You had me
it's all in the scenario you create.
Fire bombs.
Fire bombs aren't destructive.
You have to add the fire bombs.
Just saying,
No.
you know?
It's just part of the whole
No,
thing.
It's not like Catholics haven't destroyed anything.
Yeah, really.
They don't do that. They're very nice people.
No.
Very nice. Traditionally, the institution has been,
Smoking
tip-top,
marijuana.
baby, tip-top.
Father Pete says
Those guys keep it clean. Yeah.
smoking marijuana makes them dependent in worldly ways and does not actually encourage a good spiritual life surrendered to God.
Well, here's another thing.
That's what he wants.
Here's another thing. This could be, and don't
could
get me
he-
wrong,
how
because I
could he
pray
have
every
another
day.
thing?
I pray. I've got a whole string of prayers that it's like a
be.
daily rituals I do.
It's a long string, too.
But let's just take this scenario. Praying is nothing but passing the buck to the ethereal and not taking onus for your own actions. You know, you can pray for
God's
change.
responsible,
You
Al.
can pray for change, or you can just change things.
No, God's responsible for everything, Al. You don't get to make any decisions. Don't you know that?
Well, I'm just saying it could be construed either way.
It's the way it goes.
And chances are you're going to get a little more divine help if you just decide to change things rather than sitting on the couch praying for things to change. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Phil's calling Zeus, he says.
I get more accomplished by praying to my phone. Siri, where's the best Italian
I
restaurant?
pray to Siri.
And she tells me. Wish I knew where there was a good pool
Hey,
room.
what happens if you pray to Siri? Who's got an iPhone? Let's say a prayer to Siri.
That's a good
No,
idea.
I'm not praying to
Neil
Siri.
Magnuson.
Here,
That's not my
you
God.
just be careful with this
That's
kind
not
of
the
stuff.
deity I choose to.
It's the
No.
God of... It's Steve Jobs. He's in...
Here's what the Catholic Church thinks, though, is that marijuana is a synthetic spiritual life. It doesn't actually help people get in touch with God and to contemplate the world and be in touch with the real.
I would say
He
it's
used
more
the word
organic.
real in the sentence. That's the best part.
synthetic.
Now, isn't Christianity a synthetic spiritual life? For fuck's sakes, you've made it all up.
Who put...
You
Didn't
got to
God...
be in touch with the real? Well,
Who put the weed here if it wasn't God? Why'd God put the weed here then?
no,
The devil.
no, these
It's an age-old
You're right.
argument, I'll tell you.
insane.
Did God put the devil here?
Insane.
And
made
don't
the
get me
devil?
wrong. If you have a religion and you're steeped in that religion, hats off to you. It doesn't matter if it's Christianity. It doesn't matter what it is. If you got a connection to the divine, I don't want to knock you, but when somebody that represents a religion says such asinine things as this, I gotta kind of out him a little bit.
Hey, why so angry, Al?
I'm not. I'm happy. I'm fucking happy as hell.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, maybe
Father Pete's giving me some fuel.
because of a study found a positive short-term correlation between marijuana use and hostile and impulsive
Fuck
behavior.
that! It's fucking bullshit. Don't you ever say that
Yes.
again, man.
Yeah. A positive short-term correlation.
That's the biggest
Yes,
load of
that was
horse
the
shit
best.
ever, though. Like, where is this study? Who did this study?
This is
Father Pete
university.
did this study.
This
Yeah.
is from a guy named John Connor from
The machines did the study.
Springfield. He lived in
At
Springfield.
resistantstudies.com.
Yale University.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, one of those
want a butter hoot now?
IT tech schools or something, isn't it? Yale University of Medicine and the Pennsylvania State University. Positive short-term correlation.
Small? I don't know what that means.
It was conducted at Skull and Bones, the Tomb.
Marijuana use is associated with changes in impulse control and hostility in daily life. Really. These are people, I think, who couldn't get weed. I think is what the thing was about. They couldn't find weed because it was illegal, so they became angry and hostile.
Right off.
Quit asking me about weed. I don't have any weed. Don't ask me any questions about weed.
Or maybe because it's at Yale University and everybody there's an asshole.
Nobody will
Whether they
sell
smoke
weed
weed
to
or
anybody
not.
at Yale. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me that hose.
Yeah, there's no pot at Yale.
They are just gonna. You're gonna see this for the next little while too. Everything that's been said positive about marijuana, idiots like this are gonna flip it and go, "Oh no, it's not that. Oh no, it's not."
They always flip.
Right? They do that. They just flip it, and so they have absolutely no conclusive results at all. It's like testing rats. Here's another one, too. The hidden cost of legal marijuana is going to be more alcohol abuse. No shit.
What is
Okay,
more
wait, say that
alcohol
again.
abuse?
The legal cost of
Hidden.
the
This
hidden
is
cost
hidden.
of legal marijuana is gonna what?
More alcohol abuse.
Is gonna more alcohol abuse.
No, I
There's a
did
B
not
in there.
is gonna. There will be more alcohol abuse.
Close, though.
Drunk?
I'm just trying to get a grasp on the
Jägermeister
headline.
all
Al said it
day.
in pirate.
I'm just trying to get a grasp on the headline.
Yeah.
Now, they are saying that what is being little discussed is that marijuana increases alcohol use. Alcohol is the world's most popular drug. Huh, first time they've ever said that.
Where's the damn rationale? Do they say?
No.
Is it just because
of
people
course
are?
they don't.
It's because everybody's so aggressive when they smoke marijuana. They're like, I need my liquor. Yeah, that's
Just
what
the
happens.
alcoholics.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where they've come up with any of this nonsense
They
at
just
all.
say shit.
There's a huge article that I can't read because it's fucking tiny printing.
Pinch
Right?
it.
Oh, God. Can
Oh,
you
here,
enlarge
right
it?
in the middle of it.
There you go.
But while states with medical marijuana had fewer alcohol-related fatalities, no, I remember now how it went. There was no proof,
Of course.
Oh,
right?
You don't
they really,
say.
yeah, they couldn't
thought it
find
was
any
100
proof.
So they were just talking out their asses like they always do.
And that's
Is
quite a
what
talent.
You're trying to tell me.
Yeah, they just want to confuse the issue
talent.
now between alcohol and
talent.
marijuana is what they're up to.
They want to blur the issue.
Yeah, blur the issue. Now, here's the thing that happened to a woman, Christine. She was, here's what the headline said, driver high on crack cocaine and marijuana says, oh, okay, I got caught, I'll own it. That was the headline, right? Now, a woman admitted after she was arrested for driving under the influence that, yeah, I got caught, and I'll fucking do my time or whatever. Christine was...
Under the influence of crack?
She told police that she had smoked marijuana and crack cocaine about an hour before driving and had 3, 4, maybe 5 beers.
Oh.
That's
That's
what
it.
she said, right?
Well, they
Now
should
that
have
part
gave
of
her
it,
another.
That was the crack talking.
Yeah.
That was totally
You
the
gotta
crack
balance it
talking.
out.
Yeah.
The crack balances
I
those
fucking
5
smoked
beers
some
right
crack,
out.
fucking smoked some weed, had a bunch of beers, whatever, man. It's all
Yeah.
good.
but curiously,
I can drive. It's good. I got it.
curiously, the alcohol part of her statement didn't appear in the headline. It was just the crack cocaine and the marijuana that she was a driver on.
Well, then she got off scot-free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? I've lost it now.
Cracked out.
She was actually,
Crack the coca.
yeah. She was charged with 2 counts of driving under the influence.
Marijuana and crack.
So I'm not too sure which 2 or why you get 2. Like you're either under the influence of something and impaired, and would get
one. You'd think there would just be
because
one.
they found 2 substances in her system. They get to charge her twice.
That's insane.
And she had 3 in her system, for fuck's sake, all 3 being illegal, and they only charged her with 2.
They just went for the middle ground.
Which one didn't they charge her with?
See, like
alcohol.
as a medical marijuana person, I think that if I had more than one ailment, I should be able to get more than one prescription. No?
Yes.
I mean, I should be able to get one for arthritis. Perfect. I should be able to get one for heart condition.
Logic.
I love your idea, Al. Like, totally, because I got like 10 conditions.
Why not?
So.
Yeah. Like, seriously, why not?
I agree. Thanks for that.
It's like, yeah, I need one for this, and that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
But
just saying.
Dr. Al.
You run the risk of people operating equipment.
Equipment.
Yeah, this is true.
Equipment.
Yeah.
This is true. We have, in times like this, we have to think about the equipment.
John Connor says.
After the kids, the pets, the teenagers.
What about
the equipment?
pool? I'm going to go for a dip in the talent pool after the show.
A dip in the talent pool.
It's cold.
Oh, yeah. Every New Year's we go for a dip in the talent pool.
Marijuana Man, where were you for the big quake of 2015?
I was at home going, some truck just hit the fucking building. Oh, yeah. Bang. It was a bang, and it fucking went like that. And then you go, nah, that was probably an earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was rattling the screen door.
I didn't feel any after effect whatsoever. Nothing was swaying
just
except
one
me, but it was bang.
It was so short.
Just a fucking
It was
bang.
definitely short.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this morning on the news they go, and this brings into question whether or not we're prepared. This is what they do every time there's an earthquake, is question whether or not we're prepared for an earthquake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got to come up with some news item about it. Yeah.
Can't wait for the morning after an earthquake. They go, yeah, no big deal. We were all prepared.
Yeah, everybody was prepared.
Everybody was
Turns
prepared.
out they were.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone had water, and they all had a school desk to get under.
Yep. In the triangle of life in the corner.
Duck and cover.
Yeah.
Triangle of life.
But,
Get the
yeah,
yellow
exciting
backpack
times.
It's got
So
chocolate in there.
tonight, too, you might see the Northern Lights. There was a big fucking explosion on the sun. Had nothing to do with it. Stop fucking texting me about it.
Uh-oh.
2 days ago, which
Are
by
you responsible
anyone's
for this?
calculation would mean that the magnetic shit is here tonight.
Oh.
So, if in
Well,
fact,
and also if they saw it 2 days ago.
yeah, it
So we
takes
could
that
all be
long to
roasted
get here.
alive
Happened a
tonight?
while ago.
Yeah, it takes that long to get here.
We could just, they could roast us alive, essentially, right?
No,
Oh,
it's just
ruin my
Just-
fun.
So we're going to get Northern Lights.
just magnetic shit coming. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be able to see it as far south as Oregon.
Nice.
So,
See it or smell it?
And it's clear.
That's why my
Oh,
spidey
you
sense is
can't
tingling.
smell it
Very
this
clear
far
all
south.
night, so hopefully we get to see it.
Going to be clear and cold. Get up high
And that's
and
going to
dry.
happen tonight.
It's supposed to be if it hits the earth.
At the right moment.
So I don't know
Don't they
who's
have
driving
That
tonight.
sounds like.
Who's going to be driving? No, I think it's New Year's Eve. No,
Tomorrow night.
tomorrow night.
All right.
So
Wouldn't that be cool to see the Northern Lights on New Year's Eve?
it would.
Yeah, sure.
Full
Great
moon
New
on
Year.
Christmas, Northern Lights on New Year's.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! How about a rainbow with pot of gold?
Earthquakes, full
Earthquakes.
moons,
Pot of
Northern
gold.
Lights. Sounds apocalyptic.
You can expect more of those earthquakes coming, though, because of all the fracking they're doing. Christy Clark, you can call that latest one, they should call that the Christie. That's
Yeah.
the Christie, the first one. Christie
No
1.
kidding.
And then Christie 2 will be, like, bigger. Yeah.
Oh, they're doing a
Christie
big
3.
fracking thing?
Oh, yeah, they're doing fracking up north, and there is actual scientific proof that it causes earthquakes up there. It's already, it's been in the papers and stuff that the quakes are being caused by fracking. So who knows about down here, but that's kind of weird that we're having an earthquake out of nowhere all of a sudden.
They're like, nah, man, we're building a mountain.
Nowhere all of a sudden.
We're building mountains.
It's been more
they
than
always
just
come
This is
from.
a mountain. This is a mountain
And look over the
construction
last year, I
program.
live in Abbotsford.
We have to frack to create the earthquakes to build the mountains.
Don't earthquakes always happen out of nowhere?
What's that?
Don't earthquakes always happen like out of nowhere?
Well, they do have, yes. Okay, yes. That is true.
Without warning?
That's true. They do happen out of nowhere. But the fact that they're happening, more often, and that they're happening right after they started doing all this crazy fracking is kind of suspicious.
It is.
And the fact that there seems to be evidence, according to the newspapers, that the fracking directly causes earthquakes. Because they're shooting gas
And
under the earth.
Fire from your taps.
Fire and gas.
It's fucking horrid to the environment.
Makes your water flammable.
And they're doing it on fucking native land without permission, you bastards.
That probably too.
Assholes.
So let's see some changes around that this coming year. How about it? No, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? That's it? That's all?
Yeah.
We're done?
That's our recollection of what happened this year.
All right, cool.
Right?
Wow.
I gotta go. My meter's up anyways.
Hey, do you guys remember that time that stuff happened? Fuck, that was a good time.
This year,
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we do really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us all this time. A lot of shows, a lot of shit's been made up and said.
Yep.
Okay, we've made up a
shit.
lot of stuff for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many of you go out there on Google, but
Half the time
you're
I'm
not gonna
sleeping
find
with my
this
eyes
stuff.
open.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
I
So-
just wake up, say Columbia real quick. And
Yeah, we'll look for fun things in the days ahead. Thanks to Al for being here and
Should we
paying
answer
attention this long.
Hello?
You're
Hello?
live on Pot TV. What do you have to say for the last show?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd keep Al's
Yeah,
attention
turn the
this
volume
long.
up, I think, Jer.
All right, we're going to have to get back to you after our show.
Al,
I like a radio voice.
I'll call you right back.
Al always likes to have somebody phone in. It's kind of like when you're going on a date. They call in, and you say whether
That
or
person
not I
just
should
won a
leave.
pizza from 1988.
Gotta fire up the time machine.
So yeah, thanks to Al for being here and
Thanks for having
all
me.
these times all year long. I do appreciate it, and
We're going
it's
to have
always
to
fun.
actually do a show one time.
Yeah, so one of these days we'll get a show.
Throw it on
together.
record
Rehearsals.
at least once.
I
But
know, I'm sick of these rehearsals.
I don't know. It doesn't feel right just yet. You know,
No, we'll
it's
try.
it's not perfect.
I'm just saying, one of these times, we're just,
Swing it.
And of course, Kush Queen for coming down off her pedestal.
Thanks for having me.
Join us here, even in the busiest time of year for her,
That's right.
as she's out there giving away so many things to the loyal subjects.
It's true.
Okay?
She had a huge wheat giveaway.
That
Look for-
Lots
very-
and lots of wheat.
Yeah. It's rice night on New Year's.
Yeah, rice night on New
Okay?
Year's.
Yeah, always
Fucking
a
A.
Kush Queen's empire.
Oh,
So
good Lord.
thanks a lot for being here too.
Thank
I
you for having
appreciate
me.
that.
I love
And Jeremiah,
Thanks for
as
having
always,
me too.
so thanks for joining in and helping with the gear. And
Always a
John
pleasure.
B does a good job on your show too. And
Yes, Johnny's here. You can't see us because none of these cams will work for some reason today, but
there's a damn good reason for that.
yes, we are
Good
actually
reason
here.
for that. Yeah.
Jay,
We're not
you're
just-
gonna have to get a photo of us though for
I
the
will.
last show of the year here.
I will.
We don't even have a photo.
So
What do you mean?
I got a picture.
You didn't.
here was a
So I wasn't looking.
somewhat of a coincidental occurrence before we go.
Ready?
How life is fun for me.
Yay.
Last week I announced on the show that our second official animal mascot of the show is going to be the honey badger.
I hope everybody
So
took a
there's
picture
been
at that time,
some
too.
fair bit of discussion about whether or not the lemurs are going to get along and thrive in the same environment.
I don't think
as-
they got a
Get
choice.
rid of the
sure.
lemurs
They don't have a
all together
chance.
for next year. Let's
But-
just try something new.
Here's what I did.
No.
Here's what I
Lemurs.
did.
I'm so sick of them.
No.
Cover your ears.
coked
Cover
out
They've been
their
with us.
ears.
They've been with us for.
Coked out.
Don't let the lemurs
Coked out
hear you.
lemurs now.
But here's what happened.
It's all about loyalty.
I went
Gotta see them
online.
through their problems.
I went online and I
Give him some
typed
of that
in
crack.
honey badger
marijuana.
and lemur. That's what I punched into Google, and it came up. Sure enough, came up honey badger and lemur by Craig Williams.
Which was such a beautiful thing at the end of, like, you guys, I don't know if you guys understand the whole magnitude of this. This is actually reunited Greg with his long-lost brother Craig. When they were kids in Madagascar, Craig was stolen by Gibson Guitars to go work on the mahogany farms.
Oh yeah, mahogany farm. Yeah.
Mahogany
That's
neck.
right.
The mahogany
neck
farms
farm.
in Madagascar.
Wood from somewhere.
And Craig and
That
Greg,
beautiful
through
wood.
this random honey badger lemur incident, have been reunited. You guys might be meeting Craig in the new year. Seriously, this is big stuff.
Google that
Dope.
shit. It was astounding. Yeah, my parents, they didn't really want kids and couldn't care less. So
And
Greg,
that states
Craig, they didn't
also keep your eyes peeled for Greg's new show. Google that shit.
care. Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and my brother Craig spent a lot of
Good
time
name.
going, what?
Yeah.
So we'll keep that to ourselves.
Of course.
All right, I'm going to get out of here and go find some honey badger stuff. Have a great New Year's, everybody. Stay
that.
safe.
Honey cinnamon.
You guys got winter back east now. You fucking deserve it. So don't think you don't. Like, that was just such an anomaly. Your stupid T-shirts in December. But do stay safe out there. Don't drink any alcohol. That'll keep you safe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think
A little bit, not
I think
too
the
much,
studies
eh?
show if you're
Come on.
smoking weed, you're probably going to need
Yeah,
to drink
you're gonna
alcohol.
drink alcohol. So yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Marijuana Man.
Happy New
Peace and pot. See you next year.